ServiceNow CAS-PA Certified Application Specialist, Performance Analytics Exam. Question 1. What option on the breakdown source record helps provide views into whether you need to create additional breakdowns or adjust data values? Option A, security type. Option B, related list conditions. Option C, label for unmatched. Option D, run diagnostics. The correct answer is option C, label for unmatched. The label for unmatched option helps administrators identify records that do not neatly fit into existing breakdown elements, highlighting where new breakdowns or data cleanup might be necessary. Question 2. What data update settings can you enable for a single score visualization to update the score in real time? Option A, background refresh interval in minutes. Option B, show score update time. Option C, real-time update. Option D, live refresh date in seconds. The correct answer is option C, real-time update. Selecting the real-time update setting allows single score visualizations to dynamically refresh their score directly on the dashboard without requiring a manual page reload. Question 3. How does Key Performance Indicator Signal support notifications? Option A, by forwarding email notifications. Option B, by automated signal detection jobs. Option C, through regular backups. Option D, by setting auto-reply responses. The correct answer is option B, by automated signal detection jobs. The platform relies on scheduled, automated signal detection jobs to actively monitor data variations and trigger the appropriate key performance indicator signal notifications. Question 4. What related lists are available on the formula indicator form? Choose 3. Option A, targets. Option B, contributing indicators. Option C, breakdowns. Option D, signals. Option E, indicator groups. Option F, managed sources. The correct answers are options A and B and C, targets, contributing indicators, breakdowns. A formula indicator record includes related lists to define targets, identify contributing indicators used in the math, and assign applicable breakdowns. Question 5. Which of the following visualization types allow you to add multiple data sources of the same type in the user interface builder? Choose 2. Option A, single score. Option B, time series. Option C, pie and donuts. Option D, bars. Option E, pivot table. The correct answers are options B and C, time series, pie and donuts. Within the modern user interface builder, time series charts and pie and donut visualizations natively support layering multiple data sources of the same format. Question 6. Which of the following statements are true about creating user experience filters? Choose 3. Option A. Only users with the admin role can create user experience filters. Option B. For filters to work in workspaces, you must configure an event handler to apply the filters. Option C. The filter you create in the Now Experience user interface builder is available in all workspaces. Option D. A single filter can be used across all visualizations in a workspace. Option E, filters can only be applied to time series visualizations. The correct answers are options A and B and D. Only users with the admin role can create user experience filters. For filters to work in workspaces, you must configure an event handler to apply the filters. A single filter can be used across all visualizations in a workspace. User experience filters strictly require the admin role to create. They can dynamically apply across all visualizations in a workspace, provided the correct event handlers are configured. Question 7. What calendar type can you use to analyze scores using specific time periods? Option A, team calendar. Option B, maintenance calendar. Option C, custom business calendar. Option D, on-call calendar. The correct answer is option C, custom business calendar. A custom business calendar is explicitly designed to align performance analytics scores with an organization's unique fiscal or business time periods. Question 8. What role or access do users need to act on a signal to reset a baseline or dismiss a signal? Option A, responsible users without workspace access. Option B, users with the admin, performance analytics admin, or performance analytics key performance indicator signal admin role without being a responsible user. Option C, only users with the admin role. Option D, users irrespective of their level of responsibility. The correct answer is option B, users with the admin, performance analytics admin, or performance analytics key performance indicator signal admin role without being a responsible user. To officially reset baselines or dismiss signals, a user must explicitly possess high-level performance analytics administration roles to override the standard responsible user actions. Question 9. Which of the following data update settings for single score visualizations shows the timestamp of when the score was last updated? Option A, show score update time. Option B, real-time update. Option C, background refresh interval in minutes. Option D, follow filters. The correct answer is option A, show score update time. Enabling the Show Score Update Time option visually displays the exact date and timestamp indicating when the underlying score was most recently fetched. Question 10. Which of the following are true statements about configuring Pi, Donut, and single score visualizations in workspaces? Choose 3. Option A, data labels are shown as only percentages, as values, or as both. Option B, legend percentages are shown along with values. Option C, the metric label name is displayed near the metric value. Option D, set gradient, texture, or no color options for data display. Option E, you must manually configure scripting to display legend colors. The correct answers are options A and B and C. Data labels are shown as only percentages, as values, or as both. Legend percentages are shown along with values. The metric label name is displayed near the metric value. Workspace visualizations offer robust styling out of the box, allowing you to clearly display metric labels, percentages, and pure values simultaneously without custom scripting. Question 11. What role is required to create personal targets and thresholds for users who can view an indicator on the Analytics Hub? Option A, Performance Analytics Viewer. Option B, Performance Analytics Target Admin. Option C, Performance Analytics Threshold Admin. Option D, no role. The correct answer is option D, no role. Any user who has permission to view an indicator on the Analytics Hub is inherently allowed to create their own personal targets and thresholds, requiring no extra role. Question 12. Which of the following are suggested when you type in a query on the Analytics Questions and Answers feature? Choose 3. Option A, recent searches. Option B, tables and columns. Option C, breakdowns. Option D, indicators. Option E, script includes. The correct answers are options A and B and D, recent searches, tables and columns, indicators. The Natural Language Questions and Answers feature assists users by auto-suggesting their recent searches, valid system tables and columns, and existing performance analytics indicators. Question 13. What is an easy way for a responsible user to get real-time updates on the signals for a particular key performance indicator? Option A, monitoring the signal score on a dashboard. Option B, receive email notifications. Option C, schedule a report for the signal data. Option D, manually check the key performance indicator signals. The correct answer is option B, receive email notifications. Opting to receive automated email notifications ensures that a responsible user is instantly alerted the moment a new statistical signal is detected on their indicator. Question 14. How should an administrator activate the key performance indicator signals? Option A, raise a ServiceNow support request. Option B, request from the ServiceNow store. Option C, it is active by default. Option D, activate the signal plugin manually. The correct answer is option C, it is active by default. Key performance indicator signals are a native capability included within performance analytics and are completely active by default without requiring an explicit plugin activation. Question 15. How do you officially create and associate breakdowns on the breakdown source form? Option A. By selecting the New button on the breakdowns related list. Option B. From the Additional Actions menu. Option C. From the Create Breakdowns related link. Option D. By adding multiple facts tables under the Source tab. The correct answer is option A. By selecting the New button on the breakdowns related list. The standard best practice for associating a new breakdown to its breakdown source is to click the New button directly inside the breakdowns related list on the form. Question 16. Which of the following can be used across all the visualizations globally in a workspace? Option A. Signal. Option B. Dashboard Builder. Option C. Studio. Option D. User Experience Filter. The correct answer is option D. User Experience Filter. A user experience filter operates globally at the workspace page level, meaning its filter conditions apply simultaneously across all linked visualizations on that page. Question 17. How are responsible users effectively reminded when a signal remains unresolved? Option A. Via virtual agent. Option B. Via Connect chat. Option C. By email notification. Option D. By text message. The correct answer is option C. By email notification. If a signal requires attention and remains unresolved, the platform utilizes scheduled automated email notifications to formally remind the assigned responsible users. Question 18. What related list in the formula indicator record is used to directly navigate to the indicators used in the formula or to their indicator sources? Option A. Breakdowns. Option B. Contributing indicators. Option C. Indicator groups. Option D. Managed sources. The correct answer is option B. Contributing indicators. The contributing indicators related list explicitly details every individual automated or manual indicator that makes up the mathematical equation of the formula indicator. Question 19. Which of the following items can you view without the Performance Analytics Viewer role if the indicator and breakdown access control lists are respected? Choose 2. Option A. Diagnostic results. Option B. Key performance indicator details. Option C. Analytics hub. Option D. Widget statistics. Option E. Target review. The correct answers are options B and C. Key performance indicator details. Analytics hub. Even without the viewer role, users can interact with the detailed key performance indicator views and the main analytics hub, provided they pass the standard access control list checks. Question 20. Which of the following styling options is not available with the data visualization component configuration in workspaces? Option A. Sort on categories in bar, pie, and donut visualizations based on table data sources. Option B. Set default, palette, or single color options for data display. Option C. Change score sizes of single score visualizations. Option D. Create a new visualization type with predefined styling. The correct answer is option D. Create a new visualization type with predefined styling. While you can heavily style and adjust existing visualizations like bars and donuts, you cannot use the standard configuration panel to invent an entirely new visualization type from scratch. Question 21. Which of the following can you do when you set a target for an indicator on the Analytics Hub? Choose 3. Option A. Set the improvement as a percentage. Option B. Set a review date on which to consider updating the target. Option C. Set the threshold as an improvement on the average score. Option D. Set a start date in the future. Option E. Define the breakdown mapping for the target. The correct answers are options A and B and D. Set the improvement as a percentage. Set a review date on which to consider updating the target. Set a start date in the future. Target configuration is highly flexible, allowing you to explicitly set a future start date, schedule a formal review date, and define targets as a pure percentage of improvement. Question 22. What specific condition do you use on the elements filter record for the group's breakdown source to get only groups that had an incident assigned to them? Option A. By adding information technology infrastructure library to the roles necessary to see the filter. Option B. By adding incident assignment group to the related list conditions. Option C. By adding the required type to the conditions. Option D. By selecting incident for the facts table. The correct answer is option B, by adding incident assignment group to the related list conditions. Utilizing related list conditions fundamentally allows the elements filter to query the incident table and ensure only assignment groups with existing assigned incidents are returned. Question 23. Which system property enables an administrator to allow specified user roles to select indicators as data sources from the Data Visualization Configuration panel? Option A. Glide Knowledge Management Search Apply Role-Based Security. Option B. Parameter Visualization Configuration.DataSource.Can Select Indicator. Option C. Performance Analytics Data Collection Maximum Row Count Indicator Source. Option D. Glide Source Control Checksum Required. The correct answer is option B. Parameter Visualization Configuration.DataSource.Can Select Indicator. The parameter visualization configuration property explicitly dictates which roles are granted the permission to pick performance analytics indicators directly from the data source menu. Question 24. You have created a new breakdown. When trying to associate the new breakdown to existing indicators, you see that no indicators are available. What might be the issue preventing you from adding the indicators to the new breakdown? Option A. The indicator facts table is not included in the breakdown mappings. Option B. The indicators are configured incorrectly. Option C. Custom tables do not allow breakdowns. Option D. The breakdown field is not on the form for the facts table. The correct answer is option A. The indicator facts table is not included in the breakdown mappings. A breakdown cannot logically associate with an indicator unless a strict breakdown mapping has been established pointing to the precise facts table the indicator utilizes. Question 25. As a performance analytics administrator, what is the best course of action after running diagnostics? Option A. Review the suggested solution and take steps to resolve the error or warning. Option B. Review the linked knowledge base article. Option C. For errors, use the Create a Problem user interface action to create a problem record. Option D. Contact the system administrator if any errors or warnings are generated. The correct answer is option A. Review the suggested solution and take steps to resolve the error or warning. The diagnostics tool natively provides actionable suggested solutions for structural errors, meaning you should immediately review and manually resolve those warnings. Question 26. Select the specific role that lets you create and configure indicators and breakdowns, and thoroughly manage data collection. Option A. Performance Analytics Power User. Option B. Performance Analytics Admin. Option C. Performance Analytics Data Collector. Option D. Performance Analytics Contributor. The correct answer is option B. Performance Analytics Admin. The Performance Analytics Admin role grants total administrative control to build indicators, design breakdowns, map sources, and execute the data collection engine. Question 27. In Key Performance Indicator Details, what happens when an indicator is statistically forecasted to hit a future target? Option A. A new target is automatically set as an improvement of the current target. Option B. The key performance indicator status is set to on track. Option C. A comment is automatically generated. Option D. The target owner is prompted to set a new target review date. The correct answer is option C. A comment is automatically generated. When predictive analytics determine a target will successfully be met, the system seamlessly generates an automated comment logging that forecasted achievement. Question 28. You wish to hide the one critical priority incidents for standard users viewing the dashboard. Select the required breakdown source security configuration. Option A. Security type blacklist. roles information technology infrastructure library, elements 1 critical. Option B, security type whitelist, all roles checked, elements 2 high 3 moderate 4 low 5 planning. Option C, security type blacklist, all roles checked, elements 2 high 3 moderate 4 low 5 planning. Option D, security type whitelist, roles information technology infrastructure library, elements 1 critical. The correct answer is option A, security type blacklist, roles information technology infrastructure library, elements 1 critical. By establishing a blacklist security type, you explicitly exclude the one critical element from being viewed by anyone holding the standard user role. Question 29. What exactly does the number of inserts represent in a data collection job log record? Option A, the sum of the stored scores. Option B, number of indicator source records examined. Option C, the number of incidents inserted into the instance yesterday. Option D, number of performance analytics scores stored. The correct answer is option D, number of performance analytics scores stored. The inserts column specifically tallies the absolute total number of new metric score records that the data collection engine successfully wrote into the database table. Question 30. Which application should you implement to obtain insights on new and returning platform users and their navigation patterns? Option A, User Experience Analytics. Option B, Next Experience Dashboards. Option C, Responsive Dashboards. Option D, Platform Analytics Workspace. The correct answer is option A, User Experience Analytics. User Experience Analytics provides incredibly deep telemetry tracking, visualizing user flows, clicks, and navigation patterns globally across the platform interface. Question 31. What explicit configuration is required to creatively use a breakdown as a filter for standard report widgets? Option A, configure the dashboard breakdown to act as an interactive filter. Option B, breakdowns automatically filter report widgets so nothing needs to be done. Option C, edit the report widget to select the breakdown to apply. Option D, create a separate dashboard for report widgets and apply the desired breakdown in the dashboard properties. The correct answer is option A, configure the dashboard breakdown to act as an interactive filter. By checking the Act as Interactive Filter property on a dashboard breakdown, standard ServiceNow reports will dynamically listen to and filter based on the selected breakdown element. Question 32. Which of the following statements best describes Performance Analytics Spotlight? Option A, a rank list of records based on several weighted conditions. Option B, a visualization of an indicator score to display on a dashboard. Option C, a view of the record priority at the current time. Option D, a view of the process data captured over a period of time. The correct answer is option A, a rank list of records based on several weighted conditions. Spotlight fundamentally evaluates multiple weighted business criteria to automatically rank and prioritize operational records, helping workers focus on the most critical tasks first. Question 33. Select all statements that accurately describe the Platform Analytics Workspace and Analytics Center application. Choose 2. Option A. The Analytics Center replaces the classic Performance Analytics application. Option B. The Platform Analytics Workspace is a paid application. Option C. The Platform Analytics Workspace lets you manage Next Experience data visualizations and dashboards. Option D. You can configure the Analytics Center to be accessible from any ServiceNow workspace. Option E. They do not support custom business calendars. The correct answers are options B and C. The Platform Analytics Workspace is a paid application. The Platform Analytics Workspace lets you manage Next Experience data visualizations and dashboards. The Platform Analytics Workspace is a premium application that provides a unified, modern interface for deeply managing all Next Experience visualizations and robust dashboards. Question 34. You plan to collect historical data for the default indicator number of open and overdue incidents. Which breakdown should definitely be excluded from the historical data collection job? Option A, category. Option B, age. Option C, state. Option D, priority. The correct answer is option D, priority. Historical priority cannot be reliably captured retroactively because standard table data typically only reflects the current priority, not what the priority was precisely on a past date. Question 35. What are the absolute default access control options for a brand new indicator? Option A, visible to just me, visible by all roles is false, role required is performance analytics admin. Option B, visible to everyone, visible by all roles is true. Option C, visible to everyone, visible by all roles is false, role required is performance analytics admin. Option D, visible to just me, visible by all roles is false. The correct answer is option B, visible to everyone, visible by all roles is true. By default, newly created indicators are entirely visible to everyone on the platform because the visible by all roles checkbox is fundamentally set to true upon creation. Question 36. You wish to officially show only the one critical incidents to standard users viewing the dashboard. Select the explicitly required breakdown source security configuration. Option A, security type whitelist, all roles checked, elements 2 high 3 moderate 4 low. Option B, security type blacklist, all roles checked, elements 2 high 3 moderate 4 low. Option C, security type whitelist, roles information technology infrastructure library, elements 1 critical. Option D, security type blacklist, roles information technology infrastructure library, elements 1 critical. The correct answer is option C, security type whitelist, roles information technology infrastructure library, elements 1 critical. A whitelist explicitly locks down access, guaranteeing that only the designated role can absolutely see the specified 1 critical element data on the dashboard. Question 37. What is the officially recommended best practice to manage deprecated homepages? Option A, manually recreate the affected homepages as dashboards. Option B, use the convert to dashboard user interface action. Option C, use the copy as dashboard user interface action. Option D, use the unload to dashboard user interface action. The correct answer is option B, use the convert to dashboard user interface action. ServiceNow provides a seamless convert to dashboard user interface action that instantly migrates legacy homepage content into a modern, fully responsive dashboard framework. Question 38. Which specific feature can be used to thoroughly view all indicators used by a widget and all of the individual tabs a widget appears on? Option A, run diagnostics. Option B, dependency assessment. Option C, relationship viewer. Option D, widget indicators. The correct answer is option B, dependency assessment. The dependency assessment tool visually maps out the entire structural hierarchy, showing exactly which indicators, breakdowns, widgets, and tabs are fundamentally linked together. Question 39. You need to perfectly configure a breakdown source and a breakdown for the close code field in order to analyze incident data by close codes. Which of the following is the correct facts table to carefully use in the breakdown source? Option A, close code. Option B, choice. Option C, incident. Option D, task. The correct answer is option B, choice. Because close codes are standard drop-down selection options, their core data is natively stored entirely within the global choice table dictionary. Question 40. Select the completely valid performance analytics widget types. Choose 2. Option A, PI. Option B, time series. Option C, heat map. Option D, breakdown. Option E, interactive filter. The correct answers are options B and D, time series, breakdown. Performance Analytics natively provides dedicated widget types specifically designed to map out time series trends and dynamically visualize detailed breakdown scores. Question 41. What must strictly be true in order to creatively apply the same breakdown to multiple indicators utilizing entirely different facts tables? Option A. The breakdown and indicators must belong to the same application scope. Option B. All indicators must belong to the same data collection job. Option C. Breakdown relations must be configured between the included indicators. Option D. A breakdown mapping must be configured for each facts table. The correct answer is option D. A breakdown mapping must be configured for each facts table. A breakdown acts as a universal category, but it absolutely requires a specific mapping to explicitly tell the system which field to look at on each different facts table. Question 42. In key performance indicator details, what automatically happens when an indicator officially misses its target precisely on the target review date? Option A. The key performance indicator status is set to missed. Option B. The key performance indicator status is set to not met. Option C. The associated target is disabled. Option D. The key performance indicator status is set to off track. The correct answer is option B. The key performance indicator status is set to not met. If a set target is completely unachieved by its scheduled review date, the platform formally transitions the metric status explicitly to not met. Question 43. A performance analytics widget absolutely does not follow the dashboard breakdown source. Select the possible valid reasons for this behavior. Choose 3. Option A. It is a time series type widget. Option B. The indicator in the widget has no configured breakdowns. Option C. Follow element is not checked in the widget data settings. Option D. The widget is prevented from seeing the data due to element security. Option E. The breakdown used by the widget is using a different breakdown source. Option F. The widget is configured to follow an interactive filter. The correct answers are options B and C and D. The indicator in the widget has no configured breakdowns. Follow element is not checked in the widget data settings. The widget is prevented from seeing the data due to element security. A widget will ignore the dashboard filter if its underlying indicator lacks the breakdown entirely, if the follow element box is unchecked, or if security completely restricts the data. Question 44. An active daily collection job is explicitly configured as relative start 0 days ago and relative end 0 days ago. Which scores will formally be collected for an indicator included in this job? Option A. Scores for tomorrow. Option B. Scores for today. Option C. The job fails and no scores are collected. Option D. Scores for yesterday. The correct answer is option B. Scores for today. A relative start and end of exactly 0 days ago tells the collection engine to gather and write data specifically for the current operational day, today. Question 45. Which specific breakdown source attribute becomes highly visible and completely disabled when the number of breakdown elements overwhelmingly exceeds the maximum allowed by system properties? Option A. Collection error. Option B. Dependency assessment. Option C. Data collection active. Option D. Run diagnostics. The correct answer is option C. Data collection active. To fundamentally protect system performance from memory crashes, the data collection active checkbox is automatically disabled if the element count breaches the property limit. Question 46. You have a standard daily collection job. How should you perfectly configure the relative start and relative end values to be able to successfully collect scores exactly for yesterday? Option A. 1 days ago to 0 days ago. Option B. -1 days ago to 0 days ago. Option C. 0 days ago to 0 days ago. Option D. 1 days ago to 1 days ago. The correct answer is option D. 1 days ago to 1 days ago. Setting both the start and end precisely to 1 day ago perfectly brackets the collection window to exclusively grab the data from the previous completed day. Question 47. What is the fundamental business purpose of the direction property explicitly found on an indicator record? Option A. Sets the layout of the indicator when used on a dashboard. Option B. Helps determine the order the indicator appears on lists. Option C. Determines whether a score is rounded up or down. Option D. Indicates whether scores should ideally increase or decrease. The correct answer is option D, indicates whether scores should ideally increase or decrease. The direction property formally establishes the business goal, dictating whether a higher score is mathematically good, or if a lower score is preferred, such as reducing total open incidents. Question 48. How can you confidently tell that an automated breakdown is structurally utilizing a defined bucket group? Option A. The facts table of the breakdown is set to performance analytics buckets. Option B. The default elements filter of the breakdown specifies the bucket groups. Option C. The facts table of the breakdown source is explicitly set to performance analytics buckets. Option D. The related list conditions of the breakdown source identify the bucket groups. The correct answer is option C. The facts table of the breakdown source is explicitly set to performance analytics buckets. A bucket group categorizes ranges of data. You can identify this architecture because the core breakdown source facts table is completely mapped to the performance analytics buckets table. Question 49. In your data model, there is a strict relationship between the assigned to user and their manager. Breakdown relations use this relationship that is current precisely as of what time? Option A. When the breakdown relation is updated. Option B. When the breakdown relation's job is executed. Option C. When the data collector is executed. Option D. When the indicator is viewed. The correct answer is option D. When the indicator is viewed. Breakdown relations evaluate hierarchical structures completely dynamically on the fly, meaning the relationship is perfectly accurate as of the exact moment the indicator is viewed on the dashboard. Question 50. Select the syntactically incorrect math formula, assuming that all indicator names are perfectly valid. Option A, open parenthesis number of new critical incidents close parenthesis divided by open parenthesis number of new incidents close parenthesis times 100. Option B, 100 minus open parenthesis average resolution time of resolved incidents minus 17.5 close parenthesis divided by 17.5 close parenthesis times 100 close parenthesis. Option C. If open parenthesis number of resolved incidents equals 0 close parenthesis then 0 else number of resolved incidents. Option D. Number of new incidents divided by number of new incidents times 100. The correct answer is option A, open parenthesis number of new critical incidents close parenthesis divided by open parenthesis number of new incidents close parenthesis times 100. Double parentheses encapsulating text is strictly invalid syntax in performance analytics. Automated indicators inside formulas must absolutely be wrapped perfectly inside double brackets. Question 51. Which specific indicator should you absolutely exclude from a historic data collection run because its scores simply cannot be accurately gathered retroactively? Option A. Number of incidents resolved in time. Option B. Number of open problems not updated in last 90 days. Option C. Number of new requests. Option D. Summed age of open problems. The correct answer is option B. Number of open problems not updated in last 90 days. The calculation of a record remaining untouched over the last 90 days is highly dynamic. Historical jobs cannot perfectly reconstruct that specific untouched state backward in time. Question 52. Consider the formula output logic where an indicator is divided by itself utilizing curly braces times 100. What is the fundamental formula output when a breakdown is heavily applied? Option A. The formula compares the current score to the previous score. Option B. The formula returns the breakdown score as a strict percentage of the overall score. Option C. The formula returns 100. Option D. The formula compares each time series to the default time series. The correct answer is option B. The formula returns the breakdown score as a strict percentage of the overall score. The curly braces syntax fundamentally ignores applied breakdowns. Dividing the breakdown score by the overall fixed curly brace score calculates a perfect percentage representation of the total. Question 53. Which is an explicitly true statement regarding the architectural behavior of a formula indicator? Option A. Any formula errors are reported in the formula error log. Option B. The formula indicator uses a performance analytics script. Option C. The formula indicator score is calculated at collection time. Option D. The code in the formula box is strictly JavaScript. The correct answer is option C. The formula indicator score is calculated at collection time. Formula indicators execute mathematical calculations based on previously collected data points from automated indicators to instantly render complex operational metrics. Question 54. Which of these explicit indicators should absolutely not be included in a large historical collection job? Choose 2. Option A. Average age of open incidents. Option B. Number of new incidents. Option C. Number of incidents not updated in the last 5 days. Option D. Number of incidents with no assignment group. Option E. Number of resolved incidents. The correct answers are options A and C. Average age of open incidents. Number of incidents not updated in the last 5 days. Indicators calculating aging or exact days without an update are extremely fluid. A retroactive historical job cannot perfectly simulate the exact snapshot of age from a month ago. Question 55. Which of the following deep operational measurements can be successfully obtained utilizing standard platform reporting? Choose 2. Option A. Weekly comparison of incident resolution time versus service level agreement met percentage. Option B. Forecast of human resources case resolution times over the next month. Option C. Currently active incidents with open problems. Option D. Current view of employees by department. Option E. Department headcount over time. The correct answers are option C and D. Currently active incidents with open problems. Current view of employees by department. Standard reporting is brilliant for generating precise real-time snapshots, such as listing absolutely current active incidents or showing a pure current view of personnel. Question 56. What is the officially recommended best way to strictly limit the exponential database growth of massive breakdown element scores? Option A. By consolidating breakdowns. Option B. By unchecking the collect breakdown matrix property of an indicator. Option C. By defining no more than 2 breakdowns. Option D. By changing the value of maximum number of breakdown elements in scorecard lists property. The correct answer is option B. By unchecking the collect breakdown matrix property of an indicator. The breakdown matrix mathematically calculates every single possible intersection of breakdown elements. Unchecking it heavily saves database space and dramatically improves collection speeds. Question 57. How exactly is an indicator source structurally utilized during the data collection process? Option A. Collect all the matching records into a temporary result set. Option B. Build the first half of an encoded query. Option C. Create a new scores table for the selected facts table. Option D. Act as a folder to keep similar indicators together. The correct answer is option A. Collect all the matching records into a temporary result set. The collection engine utilizes the indicator source strictly to execute a massive query, gathering all matching records into temporary memory before processing complex indicator calculations. Question 58. When perfectly configuring an interactive filter on a dashboard, how do you completely ensure that standard report widgets will be filtered correctly? Option A. Edit each widget and enable apply dashboard filter. Option B. Edit each widget and enable follow element. Option C. For each widget, enable act as interactive filter. Option D. For each widget, enable follow interactive filter. The correct answer is option D. For each widget, enable follow interactive filter. Standard reporting widgets require you to manually dive into their exact properties on the dashboard and completely check the follow interactive filter box to listen for changes. Question 59. Which of the following explicit business scenarios require the complex use of a scripted breakdown mapping? Choose 2. Option A. Categorizing requests based on the number of times they were updated. Option B, categorizing the length of time since tasks were updated into age ranges. Option C, categorizing incidents based on their priority. Option D, categorizing tasks based on the hour of the day they were created. Option E, categorizing problems by their assigned assignment group. The correct answers are options B and D, categorizing the length of time since tasks were updated into age ranges. Categorizing tasks based on the hour of the day they were created. Because the database does not store a native field explicitly titled hour of the day or age range, a background script must instantly calculate and return that mapped value. Question 60. What is the primary architectural purpose of an on-click behavior configuration explicitly within a performance analytics widget? Option A, enable real-time data updates to the widget. Option B, add a secondary y-axis to the widget chart. Option C, navigate to an external uniform resource locator instead of the analytics hub. Option D, navigate to a uniform resource locator within the ServiceNow instance instead of the analytics hub. The correct answer is option D, navigate to a uniform resource locator within the ServiceNow instance instead of the analytics hub. Configuring the on-click behavior allows you to seamlessly intercept the user click and entirely redirect them to a custom list, portal page, or specific uniform resource locator. Question 61. What is the primary architectural purpose of the field attribute precisely on a breakdown source form? Option A, defines the relationship between the corresponding breakdown and indicators. Option B, provides security for the breakdown values based on user permissions. Option C, limits the number of values returned by the breakdown source. Option D, identifies the field that contains a unique value for every record for the breakdown source facts table. The correct answer is option A, defines the relationship between the corresponding breakdown and indicators. The field attribute acts as the structural bridge, perfectly defining the logical relationship connecting the breakdown source data back to the actual indicators. Question 62. Select the complex statements which correctly describe the respective performance analytics object behavior architectures. Choose 2. Option A. The frequency of an indicator can differ from that of an indicator source. Option B. Data collection must be completed before assigning breakdowns to an indicator. Option C, breakdowns require a breakdown mapping to be added to an automated indicator. Option D, indicator sources with a monthly frequency can still be collected in a daily job. Option E, formula indicators must be assigned to an indicator source. The correct answers are option C and D. Breakdowns require a breakdown mapping to be added to an automated indicator. Indicator sources with a monthly frequency can still be collected in a daily job. Breakdowns fundamentally rely on mappings to connect to tables, and the data collection engine is fully capable of picking up monthly indicator sources during standard daily scheduled runs. Question 63. After heavily importing an update set from another instance, the indicators and breakdowns imported perfectly, but all of the dashboards are completely blank. What is the most likely structural cause of this? Option A. The user does not have permissions to view the dashboard. Option B. The data collection jobs have not finished running. Option C. The widgets are corrupted. Option D. Unload dashboard was not performed before migrating the update set. The correct answer is option D. Unload dashboard was not performed before migrating the update set. Dashboards are considered transactional content. You must manually execute the unload dashboard user interface action to firmly force the system to capture the dashboard structure into your update set. Question 64. You have an indicator for average age open incidents with an assignment group manager breakdown. You want viewers to drill into a manager and uniquely see their managed groups. Which is the best way to achieve the desired result? Option A. Create a breakdown relation between the assignment group manager and the assignment group breakdowns. Option B. Create a separate indicator for each manager and apply additional conditions to the indicator to only include incidents where they are the assignment group manager. Option C. Create a script that runs against the breakdown, where the elements are filtered to show only the manager's groups. Option D, modify the average age open incidence indicator to add an additional condition that applies a dynamic filter. The correct answer is option A. Create a breakdown relation between the assignment group manager and the assignment group breakdowns. Breakdown relations perfectly construct parent-child hierarchies, explicitly allowing a user to click deeply into a manager breakdown and instantly navigate downward to view their individual groups. Question 65. Select the correct mathematical statement which effectively returns the global target strictly via application programming interfaces. Option A, performance analytics.get target for number of open incidents at score end. Option B, performance analytics.get target gap for number of open incidents at score end. Option C, performance analytics.get global target for number of open incidents at score end. Option D, performance analytics.target for number of open incidents at score end. The correct answer is option C, performance analytics.get global target for number of open incidents at score end. The performance analytics script include explicitly uses the getGlobalTarget method to programmatically extract the overriding global target established for any given automated indicator. Question 66. The exact generated scores of a standard automated indicator are officially considered structurally correct explicitly as of Option A, most recent collection time. Option B, the time the indicator is viewed. Option C, midnight local time. Option D, midnight coordinated universal time. The correct answer is option B, the time the indicator is viewed. While data collection pulls historical snapshots, the presentation logic frequently evaluates relationships and formula math dynamically, meaning it is ultimately correct explicitly as of the time it is viewed. Question 67. An indicator natively stores the large mathematical value 4250.2. If the platform precision is exactly set to 2, what is beautifully displayed in a score widget? Option A, 4.25K. Option B, 4K. Option C, 4250.2. Option D, 4250.20. The correct answer is option D, 4250.20. A precision setting of 2 completely forces the interface to display precisely 2 decimal places, meaning it structurally appends a 0 to the end of the stored metric. Question 68. What completely happens in the background when collect records is formally enabled directly on the indicator form? Option A, a preview of the records that match the condition is displayed. Option B, a list of system identifiers is stored during collection to allow drill down to records. Option C, an ad hoc job runs to collect the scores immediately for testing purposes. Option D, an exact copy of the matching records are retained for future reference. The correct answer is option B, a list of system identifiers is stored during collection to allow drill down to records. Enabling the Collect Records checkbox heavily forces the engine to capture and write all 32-character system identifiers into memory, enabling users to click and deeply drill down into the records. Question 69. You plan to precisely trend the duration of time resolved incidents are assigned to assignment groups using an existing metric. How would you perfectly configure the indicator source? Option A, Facts Table Incident Metric. Conditions resolved on today and definition is assignment group. Option B, Facts Table Incident. Conditions resolved on today and value is assignment group. Option C, Facts Table Incident. Conditions resolved on today and definition is assignment group. Option D, Facts Table Incident Metric. Conditions resolved on today and value is assignment group. The correct answer is option A, Facts Table Incident Metric. Conditions resolved on today and definition is assignment group. Because you are evaluating time spent, the core facts table must precisely be incident metric, and you must explicitly filter the metric definition condition to target assignment groups. Question 70. As a completely standard structural good practice, massive historical data collection jobs should uniquely be configured to run. Option A, weekly. Option B, daily. Option C, monthly. Option D, once or on demand. The correct answer is option D, once or on demand. Historical collections are heavily taxing on database resources. They should strictly be run manually once to generate the baseline scores, and then deactivated permanently. Question 71. When is a complex background script explicitly required to correctly perform a breakdown mapping for a breakdown based heavily on a bucket group? Option A. When there is no field in the indicator facts table that matches the value to be bucket. Option B. When mapping to a manual indicator. Option C. When needing to limit the visibility of the buckets. Option D. When the breakdown is a manual breakdown. The correct answer is option A. When there is no field in the indicator facts table that matches the value to be bucket. Bucket groups categorize data ranges. If the underlying facts table entirely lacks a specific field storing the value to be grouped, a script must actively calculate and pass the value. Question 72. When explicitly utilizing text analytics within performance analytics, exactly what database fields are fundamentally analyzed? Option A. All journal fields on all records. Option B. All string fields on all records. Option C. Configured string fields from indicator sources that have scores collected. Option D. Short less than 100 characters string fields on all records. The correct answer is option C. Configured string fields from indicator sources that have scores collected. Text analytics does not randomly scan the entire platform. It strictly targets and analyzes specific string fields perfectly defined within indicator sources that have been completely collected. Question 73. What is the primary visual purpose of the heavily used show multiple elements as property explicitly on a widget? Option A. Apply an element filter to break down element trends. Option B. Control the presentation of multiple element trends. Option C. Enable multi-element select on a breakdown dashboard. Option D. Allow a widget to follow a breakdown source. The correct answer is option C. Enable multi-element select on a breakdown dashboard. This specific widget property entirely changes the structural behavior of the breakdown dashboard, explicitly enabling users to manually select and seamlessly compare multiple individual elements simultaneously. Question 74. When perfectly configuring a breakdown source specifically on a dashboard, how do you completely ensure that performance analytics widgets are filtered correctly? Option A. Edit each widget and enable Apply Dashboard Filter. Option B. For each widget, enable Follow Interactive Filter. Option C. Edit each widget and enable Follow Element. Option D. For each widget, enable Act as Interactive Filter. The correct answer is option C. Edit each widget and enable Follow Element. For performance analytics widgets to structurally listen to dashboard breakdown changes, you must explicitly edit each widget properties and fundamentally check the Follow Element box.